we came up with a second Award of Excellence. I think I mentioned earlier that it's outstanding contribution to the executive search and leadership consulting profession to individuals at the height of their careers. This award I am presenting to Eileen Finn of Eileen Finn and Associates. Eileen is a longtime member of the AESC, and she is so committed to the highest professional practices. I've learned so much from her. And she acts in the best interests of her clients, candidates, and the community at large. As the chair of the membership committee, Eileen's impact on vetting and growing the America's membership with quality candidates has been invaluable. I mean, when Eileen says, I don't know about that, I'm like, I'm gonna listen, because I learn. And then we go back and we uncover what she's thinking. And it's always better in the long run for the membership, for the member, for the AESC. As a member of the Boutique and Independent Firm Forum Strategy Committee, Eileen's contribution to the quarterly BIF, as we call it BIF, peer-to-peer learning, has created this incredible community and camaraderie that members look forward to. People look forward to coming to the BIF, and that's largely because of Eileen. Finally, as a member of the America's Council for the past 6 years, and I believe this is her last year, very sad for me, Eileen's passion for the governance of the profession is abundantly evident. Please join me on stage, Eileen, so that I can present you with this award. And then Kathy Logue will also come up and say a few words after Eileen has accepted.
Thank you. Oh, boy. I am blown away and I am completely humbled by this award. Before I start, I just want to say that I did not use AI to write this acceptance speech. But I can't promise that next year's recipient will do the same. So my deepest thanks to the leadership of the AESC, the nominations committee, to my fellow members of this esteemed association for the Award for Excellence in the profession. What drew me to the AESC, and you know, it's interesting, I was a member for 3 years, then not, and now I've been a member 9 years. And so my history with the organization goes through the many changes that have occurred within this organization under Karen Greenbaum's leadership and of course Lynn. It has been a fantastic partnership and collaboration for me. So what drew me to the AESC? The high standards, the code of professional practice, the exchange of ideas, openness to discussion, and the member programs, and the one that's near and dear to my heart is BIF, which is the Boutique and Independent Firm Forum. I will also say that this conference is completely inspiring. I listened to the speakers this morning, and you go girl, is the way I feel. So, I want just to make a comment about something that Jenna mentioned, which is that there are individuals that come into our lives, and I'm probably not saying it correctly, but that impact us, and we make decisions as a result of something that person has said to us. So 25 years ago, when I started my business, before I started the business, I was doing a lot of work in financial services. And the head of HR for Deutsche Bank was a client. And I had lunch with him one day, and I confided in him that I wanted to start my own business, that I had started laying the groundwork. And I said, but you know, I'm really concerned. You know, I'm a single mother at the time, 2 children, and you know, I just feel like maybe I need a safety net. And he reached across the table to me And we were really good friends, and we still are. And he held my hand, and he said to me, just do it. The brand is you. And that was so impactful for me, and I have never forgotten it. This award has come at a very meaningful time in my career. In February of this year, I celebrated my 25th anniversary. Anniversaries of any sort are meant to be celebrated and reflected upon. Mine is no exception. I reflected back on starting my business in early 1998, and I had 2 school-age children at home. By the way, these children are 37 and 33 respectively right now. My son manages an investment business for Northwest Mutual, and he is in fact at a conference in Napa as I speak, delivering, he is very much involved with this conference. And my daughter works in private equity at Hamilton Lane, and she and her husband are coming back from vacation from Paris today. They would have been here because they are proud of their mama. So, but who is here is Michael Weitzman, who is my very, very significant other. We have been together for 12 years. He is my partner in life, and he is here to cheer me on. Where are you, honey? He's right there. He's filming this for my children. Thank you always. He's my biggest cheerleader. So I am grateful for the support of clients that have been with me from the very beginning. New clients along the way. I have worked in almost every industry that you can imagine. I was able to pivot a financial services focus to a specialization in HR when I started my business, and I have never looked back. I've also had to adapt my thinking about the HR function, the types of people that are hired into these roles, and really dig deep to find those people for my clients and really understand culture. So additionally, in 2012, I launched my coaching business. And I coach business leaders. I don't really coach HR. And so I became certified in a coaching program, but as well as the Hogan Assessment, which is near and dear to my heart. I use it for mostly development, but sometimes selection. I have taken the Hogan 3 times during my career. Although many aspects of personality tells the story about a person, I would like to highlight one aspect of the assessment, and that is altruism. And it is a scale that is part of what we call MVPI, which is around values and what motivates us. I have consistently scored high on this scale. I often thought, why do I score so high? If someone said to you, you were strongly altruistic, you would ask yourself, do I volunteer? Am I philanthropic? Yes and yes. But I am not in a profession that requires giving without seeking an extrinsic reward. I, like most of you, am a search consultant who has benefited from a successful career, but I have always believed that the best of us are driven by altruism. We have come into this profession to change people's lives and deliver results for our clients. The definition from Hogan on this scale is described, quote, valuing helping other people and preferring customer-focused environments. Well, there you have it. I would venture to say that almost everyone in this room would score high on this particular attribute because we value our clients and candidates above all else in our businesses. And that's what makes us great at what we do. I love what I do. A passion for both my executive search and coaching businesses brings me joy and contentment most of the time. There is a quote, and actually Mike thinks it's a bit hokey, but I love it, from Mark Twain that I just love. I'm sure you've heard it many times, but quote, "Find a job you love and you will never work a day in your life." That is how I feel about the work, the people, and our profession. In closing, I want to thank the AESC for the engagement that they have offered me over these many years. I thrive on knowledge and affiliation, and that's what this association is all about. I want to again thank the leadership and members for this award. I am completely humbled and very proud of being the co-recipient for 2023. And I want to congratulate my co-awardee, Joel. I don't know if he is still here, but I am honored to be on the same stage as you. So I am grateful, and I will always cherish this acknowledgement. Thank you again.
So I'm honored to be here today. It's a hard act to follow. So I remember when I first met Eileen, it was about 7 years ago here in New York. And let's face it, so she's a New Yorker, I'm Canadian. So those are two things that carry very different stereotypes. So putting unconscious bias totally aside, I've discovered that I love New Yorkers. They're very nice. And what drew me to Eileen was her drive, her passion for excellence, her positive energy always, but pragmatism. Let's get things done. And that is carried through for the entire time that I've known her. But that's all bundled with that high altruism score, and it's this warm generosity of spirit. And those are things, that's your 1-2 punch. Those are the things that make us trusted advisors. And clearly you've done that. You've added so much value to the AESC, to our profession, elevating us all, to the BIF. I mean, I could go on and on. And let's not forget, she has a day job. So Eileen Finn and Associates, founded 25 years ago this week, I think, yes?
End of February.
End of February, okay, 25-year anniversary. That's remarkable. And grown that to one of the most successful women-led firms that does search and advisory. So that's formidable. And you are formidable. All the more reason why it's incredibly fitting that we celebrate Eileen's excellence, her contributions to our profession. And I'm going to close with a quote, another quote from an Irish poet, because we're both of Irish descent, and a female poet. Our future will become the past of other women. And I tell that to you because you have blazed a trail for so many other women entrepreneurs. You have no idea how much difference you've made for me and other women in this room. So here's to you, Eileen, to all the great things you've done and all the great things you have ahead. Thank you very much.